Hey guys, welcome to my new channel. This channel is called Courtney Learns Makeup, which is basically just me trying to learn makeup because I don't really know anything about it. I have dabbled with it in the past, but I'm definitely not one of those people who puts it on every day. I'm more of a tinted moisturizer and go kind of girl. So the entire reason I got into this is because I joined Senegence about a week ago, which is an MLM type of company. So I know a lot of people are going to think this is just going to be a big old ad, but really it's me trying out the product, seeing if I like it, trying to figure out, how to use the products and kind of go from there. There's no pressure for anyone who watches this to buy things. I have a job that's outside of Senegence that I, make plenty of money on, so I don't really care. It's more just for me to learn and then share my experience with other people who are probably in the same situation as I am, tinted moisturizer and go. So today, for my first episode, I thought I would kind of compare my old makeup routine to my new makeup routine. I know I said I was a tinted moisturizer and go kind of girl, which is mostly true, but if I were going out or doing something a little bit more involved, I would put eyeshadow on. And I am the type of girl who has to buy things like this to figure out exactly how to match colors. So I have worn this palette for the last few years, and it just goes to show how little I actually use makeup because this is how used up the product is after a few years. But if I'm going to wear makeup on my eyes, it's going to be this, the Too Faced Natural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my left eye with what I normally use for Too Faced, and my right eye with what I usually use, or what I'm going to use that's most consistent with this through Senegence products. And what I'm going to do is check in throughout the day and see which one lasts the longest, which one doesn't crease, because that's the whole thing about Senegence, is that there's the no crease claim, the all day waterproof, sweat-proof, life-proof makeup. The other thing I'm going to compare is under eye. So right now, the only thing that I have on is foundation, a little bit of concealer where I've got some redness. On my right eye, which I'm going to use all the Senegence products, I did use the eye illuminator this morning. On my left eye, I have nothing. I do have genetic under eye circles. So what my kind of question is, I used to use the erase pot, and I just want to see, and that would crease up a lot, and I want to see if the Senegence product doesn't crease. So let's get started. Okay. So I'm going to get started with this eye, and I'm going to try and figure out how to do this, but the colors that I think most match the Senegence stuff that I have is this day wear, and that's honestly what I would wear the most. So I'll start with just putting Heaven, which is on the day, all over my eye. And based off of some suggestions that I saw on YouTube, I'm using the Real Technique brushes, and I forgot to show that I started with the Shadow Insurance as a primer for this. So just all over my eye. And then next in the crease, I'll put this Velvet Revolver, which is, well, no, I think I'm going to do the push-up, which is more of the classic look. The push-up is kind of like the shimmery brown, which I think looks most like the Mocha Java shimmery that I have from Senegence. So just kind of put that on the crease. A little bit on my eye itself. As you can see, I am not good at the whole building and all that other crap that I notice people do. So there's that. And then I usually top it off with kind of a eyeliner-ish with the darkest color that we have. So what I do is I just take one of these angled brushes and dip it in. Let's see, what would be the closest to garnet? Probably the Sexpresso. To kind of create like this. And then I use that to make an eyeliner. So let's see if I can do this. Okay. So that's typically what my eye makeup would look like and exactly how long it would take to do. And then I top it off with this Tarte Gifted. It's the Amazonian clay. And I just do a few layers of that. So that's the finished look for this eye. Now let's move on to this eye. So for a primer, which I'm actually going to show you this time instead of just do it, I'm going to use Candlelight. And I'm also going to use it on my under eye because it's got a peachy undertone, which can help to cancel out some of the dark circles. So I'll just do that and then kind of all over my eye. I may have put a little bit too much. Yeah, I definitely did. Good job, self. Courtney Screws Up Makeup, new channel name. Courtney can't figure out makeup. Actually, you know, it's not that bad. I thought it was much thicker. Okay. I also forgot to show you when I put the under eye stuff on here because I am that good at makeup and YouTube. Okay, so there's the primer and Candlelight. Now I'm going to use Candlelight kind of as that all over color, as like the equivalent. So the next thing that I used was more of like the shimmery, this Mocha Java shimmer, I think is the closest. And I used that all over my crease. So cleaning off the brush from before and just putting this is how I watched the pros do it. They take the wand and then putting that in the crease. So it's not quite as dark as the other stuff, but I do remember people saying that they build their color. Oh, maybe it's a little darker. I don't know. I like it. All right. So there's that, and then Garnet as like my liner. So Garnet as my liner. Same kind of deal. I've never done this before with this particular brand. Like, this is the first time I'm using the eyeshadow, the Shadow Sense, so welcome to the wild ride. All right, let's attempt this eyeliner. I'm sure you makeup people are cringing right now, and I'm so sorry. But we all have to start somewhere, right? Okay, so there's that. I don't think it's all that different. I think the Shadow Sense is a little bit like more pronounced. But let me put on the mascara next. And it's just the Lash Sense. And the Lash Sense, this one comes with Under Sense, which it's like this bonding agent. I don't know if I like it. I think I just like the regular stuff. I've only used the eyeshadow once though, so I'm not super set one way or another. So let me... It definitely goes on like a little bit crisper than the Amazonian clay. But then again, the clay is like, I mean, it's clay, it's thick. I also took some before pictures a few days ago, like before I started using any of the skincare products, to see kind of if the skincare products help my skin at all. I was on Accutane, so it's not like I get breakouts or anything. It's more just like I get like little small ones, and I do have sunspots because I'm almost 30. Yeah, you girl 29. Anyway, so there we have it. So this is the Senegence side with Candlelight, Shadow Sense as an under eye and a primer, and then I used Shimmery Mocha Java in the crease, and then as a liner I used Garnet, and then the Lash Sense for the mascara. On this left side of my face, this is my usual or old routine, which is Too Faced, that neutral palette, and I've got like the Heaven all over the brow. I've got Push Up on the crease, and then I used Espresso for the liner. I used the Erase Pot from Too Faced, or I think it's called Erase Pot from Too Faced on my under eye, and then I also used the Tarte mascara as my mascara. So it is about 7:30 a.m. We're gonna see how this holds up throughout the day. I'm also going to put on some lipstick, but I don't know what color I'm gonna use because I was always taught eyes or mouth. Not both, but you know what? YOLO. All right, so I picked a color that I haven't used yet. It's Goddess. It's like this pinkish color, though how they look in the bottle and how they look on are usually pretty different. I found out, so let's see. The way that I do it is I clean my lips completely, so I just like scrubbed it with some water, and then I tighten my lips like that over my teeth, and then that way it kind of settles into the creases. And you do 3 layers, one direction. I'm just gonna finish it off with glossy gloss. So let's see what the day brings. All right, so it's about noon now. I've gone and ran some errands. I also took like a 20-minute nap. So let's take a look at here and here. I just looked in the mirror. I did see a little bit of creasing underneath the left eye, which is the one that I did the erase paste with. On this side, not really anything, and not too much change on either eyelid. I could do the, oh look, nothing comes off, but we know that, and we know this one's gonna come off, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Hey y'all, it's 5:30 here. Just finished some more errands, took another nap. Basically, where my lipstick is almost off, kind of. It's still, you can still see it. As for my eye stuff, let's see, under eyes. Yep, definitely some creasing on this side. Maybe minimal on this side. This side, the makeup is still on. This is the Shadow Sense. This side, I don't really know if I would call that. It's really almost come off. And my mascara is still good on both sides though. So next we're going to go to the gym. And one thing that I wanted to do is just, you know when you wipe your makeup and it all comes off? Nothing. A little bit there, but pretty much nothing. So I'm kind of a convert on at least the foundation so far and the concealer. It's probably from me sleeping. The eyeshadow, definitely getting there, because I mean it's hanging on. Not a big difference between my mascara and then of course the lipstick. You know, it's 5 o'clock and I filmed everything at 7:30 and it's still there, not as much as before, and I haven't retouched it at all, which getting to be a convert there too. All right, so it is 9 o'clock at night and a little bit of creasing there, a ton here, and actually my mascara is starting to come off. I just got back from the gym and then walking the dogs, so I'm pretty gross right now. As for my eyes, let's see what the easiest way is to do this. So this side is the Shadow Sense and this side is the Too Faced. This one definitely held up more. You can see actually there's like a void right
there, and then also some creasing. Let me see if there's no good way to do this. Yeah, there's definitely some creasing, whereas on this side, there's none.
So take what you want from it. Oh, and then let's see. Nothing. A little bit. So mostly the concealer, it looks like, came off, and then let's see yeah, where I'm really sweaty, it is coming off. So it's not 100% sweat proof. And that's my full day.